Hey, Hacks fans, it's Devin, Tyler, and Bruce with you. As you may have guessed by the title of this episode, this is not part of our regularly scheduled programming, but we're excited, and we just wanted to send out a quick note about what we got going on over here at the Fantasy Hockey Hacks as a member of the Heavy Hockey Network. So this just came out. If you haven't seen it, we were on Oilers Live the other night. We talked about it briefly, and Ryan Lotzberg from the network also put out a release today just talking about the fact that the Heavy Hockey Network has joined Edmonton Sports Talk as a friend of EST. And really what that means for us and for Oilers Live is that we're going to be doing a live digital radio show every week, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. And so we're pretty excited about that. This is a big deal for our little podcast to be able to go on a live stream, something similar to SiriusXM or local radio. And I guess for those of you that aren't local to Edmonton, I'm going to get Tyler to chime in here. But obviously, anyone that's been paying attention, Bell Media shut down a pile of stations here. I think it was back in June. TSN 1260 was one of them in Edmonton. And that left a lot of people scrambling to kind of fill in the sports coverage in Edmonton, right, Tyler? So just maybe talk a bit about, Tyler, what is TSN 1260? What did it mean to the Edmonton market? And really, what sort of opportunity now does Edmonton Sports Talk have moving forward?
I think it was huge. I know for me personally, I listened to the Nielsen show for, I think, as long as it was on, just every morning. And you didn't realize until the plug was pulled how important it was and how much you got from it, how funny it was. The info that you got from it, and then just having dead air and having nothing. And then no sports talk at all in Edmonton. So being able to have our podcast on there, be a part of what they're doing, it's pretty cool to kind of fill that void.
There you go. There you have it. Bruce, I know, like, obviously you and I didn't listen to a lot of TSN 1260, just being from Saskatoon and Osler, but obviously, I was familiar with Dustin Nielsen. I knew what he was doing over there.
Yeah, me too.
And would know him too from his broadcasts on the CFL. Now he's doing play-by-play, and so it's really funny to see him. Like, you know, this guy we're sort of aligned with now in some way, shape, and form, and to see him on TV every week now is kind of cool. So, yeah. And any other thoughts, Bruce, on that?
Just been listening now that the station's been up and running for a couple of days now. I've been trying to catch some of the early morning programming, and it's hilarious. I love it. I was at one point this morning, I was so busy listening, I totally forgot to do any work. So I got no work done this morning because I was just riveted to listening to the show. Because the guys are fantastic in the morning. I can see very easily how people can get hooked on that show because it's fantastic.
It's very engaging. Lots of great guests, lots of great content, and it really is, for all intents and purposes, it's a radio station, right? They've decided to take it in a different direction versus the traditional terrestrial radio. And I think it's great because now you've got access to it on the website, you've got access to it on YouTube, you've got access to it on social media. And it's literally 2 clicks away, right? So just, if you go to edmontonsportstalk.com, just add to your home screen. That's what I did this morning. I watched it on YouTube this morning. I literally killed off my entire morning watching these guys. Should have just put it on radio, and then I could have got some work done. But I know I went to the YouTube stream and I got nothing done this morning because that was so entertaining. Yeah, I've kind of avoided the YouTube stream a little bit. I've watched some of it, obviously, but I'm just trying to go through and just put it on my phone and listen through my headbuds or earbuds or through my vehicle. So yeah, it's really cool. So anyway, we're excited about it. It's going to be a little bit, it's going to be a little different format than our regular Sunday night episodes, right, Bruce? So I guess for our listeners, we're still going to have our regular Sunday night podcast. That's going to go out. It'll be released as soon as it's available. So late Sunday night, early Monday morning. That'll continue in its same format, but this will happen every week. And we're doing a bit of a different style that I'm excited about, just more of a round table or a hangout format. And joining us, we've already got some guests confirmed for the season here. So joining us as part of a regular rotation, we've got Victor Nuno from EP Rinkside, Elite Prospects, Dobber Prospects Report, Fantasy Hockey Life. That guy does everything fantasy. If you're in a dynasty, he's going to be helping us cover some dynasty stuff. Flip Livingstone from the Locked On Fantasy podcast, as well as Dobber Hockey, and he does some sports betting content as well. So I think one thing we might tap Flip on the shoulder for is some help with either DFS or some daily sports betting. Blake Creamer, and as well as Nate Groot-Nibbelink from Apples and Ginos. We've got Jason Chen, fantasy hockey coverage for the Hockey News, and Ian Gooding from Dobber Hockey. So lots of great guests lined up. They're going to be, like I said, in a regular rotation, and you'll get to hear those guys on a regular basis on our live stream. So, Bruce, this is kind of crazy. I know when we started this thing, well, I guess back in 2021, right? It's just a couple years ago. It really wasn't that long ago. We didn't know where this was headed or what we're going to be doing with it, and we've gained a lot of traction to date.
It has been an incredible ride so far, and it's just going to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think big shout out, big thank you to Michael and to Dash over at Heavy Hockey.
Absolutely.
Without them, I don't think we would be, in the position that we are today. So big thank you to them.
Absolutely. Big thank you.
And then, of course, to our listeners. It's been...
you bet.
We wouldn't be where we are without you guys, so thank you for tuning in every week and downloading the episodes. And if I could ask one thing, we need a few more reviews. Just a few more reviews on Apple and Spotify. Tyler's giving me that look like you're an idiot. But
Create more accounts.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's it, guys. That's all we had to say. Just a few minutes here. Just stay tuned. It's starting next Wednesday, September 13th, right? 9 p.m. EdmontonSportsTalk.com. You can check out our live stream, and I know Bruce will be tweeting the crap out of it. So
I sure will.
All right. With that, let's get out of here. We got another episode to record.
All right.
Cheers.